change places.
It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's time to get your car and drive it all in the garage, because it's Collision After Dark.
Hit it.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. Tell me how it's priced. Tell me if the item is for sale. And tell me if it is.
How's that for an intro?
I like it.
I was digging it.
All I know is when our interns are not wrestling in AEW, they do some fantastic video work.
And we have a fifth guest.
Fruit Cat.
Fruit Cat. I had Fruit
Cat's
Cat
on the show.
I'll see if we can get another cat joining us tonight too.
It's gonna be a catapalooza. I am, of course, your man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. I am the JFB, James from Boston.
And I am the patron saint of professional wrestling, because I'm so humble. And I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada Dry.
Oh, so smooth. We are joined by he just shows up everywhere. Like, we don't even have to ask. We put up the Golden Graham sign and he shows up.
Well,
Like,
they did a little bit of a trade.
yeah.
Joseph Graham came on this show this week, and
Yeah.
we're getting Mr. Isaacs on Dynamite After Dark next week.
Okay. We'll do a little switcheroo.
Got to keep everyone on their toes, you know.
Exactly. Golden Graham, say hey, how you doing?
Hey guys, what's going on?
And we are joined by the newest member. He is a fixture, if you will, in AFW. This guy, it is about as much perfection in AFW as you possibly can get. I mean, this cat does no wrong. This guy shits diamonds. That's how good he is. I'm talking about Blake Lister. Say hey.
Hey everybody, happy to be here. How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going good. You're relaxing. Everything is chill, which is
ready
good.
ready for a good time tonight.
Thank
you for having me. I don't know if I'm perfect anymore, though. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I am. But I do take a lot of pride in the work that I've done with AFW. Going to be a Hall of Famer this year. Excited to go in. Former world champion. So ready to add to it.
Man, see,
Yeah,
that's
wouldn't you
close.
say that we don't pump it up enough? But wouldn't you say that AFW is the best prediction league on the entire planet?
It's the only one I've ever been in, but the line is running the show, and we love it. So yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah. Let's just say Prediction Monthly. We are constantly number one in all of prediction wrestling world. So there's a good chance that anybody else is just second best. They're like the French fries. We're like the prime rib hamburger, okay?
Yeah, like I haven't really been focused on getting more people to join.
Yeah.
I've been doing a little bit of a campaign lately on Facebook and whatnot. Because you know what? When you're this good, people just come.
Yeah.
We didn't need to advertise.
No.
So I think yeah, just to advertise a little bit for season 4, get people to come in, because gosh darn it, we deserve it.
Season 4 is going to be off the chain. There's going to be sharks in season 4. There's going to be mayhem.
Okay,
Shenanigans.
I have to tell you this just before maybe we do our new sponsor right after this, but AFW is having a Kill City Cup tournament.
It is going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait. I cannot.
So it's going to be 5 points to enter.
Yep.
And everyone who gets eliminated is injured for a week.
I love it. I love it.
And then the winner of the tournament gets a championship opportunity at any title he wants.
Okay. God, man, just when you thought you couldn't bring it any higher, you step it up.
And you know why we're doing this tournament?
What's that?
You know why we're doing this tournament?
Why is that?
Because we have a new sponsor on the show.
We do have a new sponsor. Let's play a clip. This is Kill City Cup. And we talked to them many moons ago on the All FM Wrestling Show. We're just going to play the video clip. It will do it way more justice than we ever could. Here is the Kill City Cup.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup.
I mean, what it take horror films and pro wrestling and like Saw and just mesh it together, and that's Kill City Cup. And Natalia Markova is in the Kill City Cup.
So the thing about this is we'll have the link to the Kill City Cup in the show notes, and just go there, give it a like, give it a subscribe.
Yeah.
And watch it. It's really good. My favorite part is Natalia Markova's interaction with the little person.
Yeah.
That just killed me.
It was so awesome.
Real quick, while sitting here watching this, Kill City Cup definitely feels like the successor to Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like it has that vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved Lucha Underground.
So Collision After Dark starts with their promos. We get the Christian Darby Allin promo. We get Bullet Club promo. We get Dalton Castle promo. Holy crap!
Oh, do I feel it? Do I feel it?
I think, yeah. You know what? I mean, there's no reason not to play it. So why don't we just go ahead and
a stupid, naive, silly little goose.
I love it.
I love Dalton Castle.
Yes.
We don't deserve him.
No, we don't. And you know what? And I'll talk about it in my notes. So we get the first match. It's Samoa Joe coming to the ring. He's going against a guy known as the Golden Vampire. Full entire bodysuit, mask. It doesn't take long. He puts a beat down on Joe, gives him the GTS, and takes off his mask. It's CM Punk. You knew it was CM Punk the entire time. He grabs the mic. Who knows what he's going to say? This is CM Punk with a live mic. Virtually anything can come out of his mouth. He just leans down, goes to Joe and says, "I accept, bitch," and walks off. And Joe is furious. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the first match?
I love this so much.
Yeah.
I love when wrestlers wear masks. But I love the name, the Golden Vampire. Where did he come up with this? And the uniform, gold outfit with a little bit of teeth. Like, what?
They went to luchadors are
Well,
up.
it should have been Golden Vampiro or something
Yeah.
like this. But yeah, I love this. And the crowd was surprisingly pro CM Punk.
Oh yeah, yeah, which was kind of a shocker, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, Punk's over, except in maybe California
And Canada.
and Canada. Yeah. So, Joseph Graham, your thoughts on match number 1?
I mean, I guess you could call it a match. I just find it funny. There's a Freudian slip by Nigel, who definitely called him Punk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, this got what it got accomplished what it needed. We get to have the actual match it all in. So
Yeah,
no complaints.
absolutely. Blake, it's your turn, brother. What are your thoughts on the first match?
So I admittedly didn't get my TV up and going until right after Punk already hit the GTS.
Yeah.
So like a little bit happened before it, and I had to play like a little bit of catch up. I watched it back on Instagram.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. I think like Golden said, Graham, that it got everything done that it needed to get done. Joe's facials, I really want to point out, when Punk was walking up the ramp, he was furious and he sold it perfectly.
Oh,
So I really wanted to highlight that.
That's Joe, man. That literally is Samoa Joe. That guy sells with his face. He always has. Who's excited about Kevin Kelly being back?
Me.
Not me. I like
Me.
You like
I like Ring of Bonnie.
He just like
I
saying
like them both. Like they're both great. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I don't
didn't you
mind
choose?
it, but I just like I like the Bone Zone.
He just likes to say Riccaboni.
I like to say the Bone Zone.
Yeah. So we get a hype promo for All In. We go to our second match. We clip through these matches pretty quick. We get Jay White versus Dalton Castle. Here are some of my notes. Jay White comes down with the whole faction. We don't deserve Dalton Castle. Here's the thing about AEW. As they expand, as they get bigger, as they get more eyes, then people are going to start seeing why Dalton Castle is probably the most underrated professional wrestler in wrestling today, at least on the male side. Like, he's on a completely different level. And the thing is it's not just his flamboyancy. And we're talking about a guy who's a legit shooter. Like, this guy knows how to shoot wrestle and does it amazingly well. Jay White and Bullet Club Gold, it was a great win for Switchblade. I mean, he comes out on top. Let's go Golden Grand first. Your thoughts on match number 2?
Oh, I love this match.
Yeah.
It was great. Like as usual, like the presentation of Dalton Castle with the boys is always top notch. I don't know why, but I love that there's a cardboard Jay White. I laugh. It makes my day. Like the match, and then the match itself is great. And on top of that, I love that AEW isn't afraid to acknowledge the past.
Yes.
Like hyping up Dalton Castle as a former ROH champion. All that good stuff. And WWE's starting to do it now, which I'm glad, because it makes for better storytelling.
Yeah.
It makes more sense why Dalton Castle is hanging in there with Jay White, because he's not a slob. He's no slouch in the ring. He's really good.
Yeah.
So,
Blake, what are your thoughts?
So when you were starting all this off, you said that we don't deserve Dalton Castle. And don't get me wrong, I definitely agree with your sentiment. And like everything you said, 100% speak it to power. I want to add, though, we do not deserve Jay White. He is so phenomenally good and has been so phenomenally good for probably like 4 or 5 years now. And the fact that he's in AEW and has been, in my opinion, I think booked really well and like booked like a star, especially on Collision. I'm so happy about it because he is a home run with whatever he does. So I love him. I want to see more of him. I'm happy that he's succeeding here in AEW. Love that he's facing Omega and Ibushi at All In. Bring it for me. I'm really excited for it, and I thought this was a great match. And I thought it did everything it needed to. It spotlighted Jake. He got the win. It spotlighted Dalton, though, and to highlight him. And again, he kind of fell under the radar after, 5 years ago beating Cody for the ROH World Title. But I'm glad to see him getting his game back. And I think he's going to get there one day, too. And I think he's going to get real over the more and more he gets shown on TV like this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's not wrestled for very long. I mean, he was a young lion. He did excursions in Mexico, in Europe. He's not been around for very long. I mean,
I think he's less than 30. I think he's like 29.
Yeah.
Or maybe just turned 30.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very big fan of Jay White at first. When he was just like the white meat, like Kiwi, Australian, but once he came back, it took a while for the Blade Runner gimmick to really hit for me, but God,
it took a second, but once he pulled it together,
once he figured out what he wanted it to be, he just doesn't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
I think that Dalton Castle, he hasn't wrestled on Dynamite or Collision since his feud with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's such a shame. I would really like to see Dalton Castle be a fixture on Collision.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him go against guys that he's actually going to beat.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him have some big wins under his name.
Yeah.
Because Dalton Castle, he could easily be this generation's Gold Dust.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Bullet Club stays in the ring. And out comes Schiavone, and of course, like always, they pick on Schiavone. Everybody picks on Schiavone. Seems to be the thing to do. They call out the Elite, and then these three guys come out. I think Orange Savages is their name.
Not the Orange Savages, Iron
Savages.
Savages.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They used to be Bear Country, and they added Jeff.
Yeah. So anyway,
This is better than Bear Country.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, the Guns and Juice were the ones who threw out the challenge.
Yes.
So they threw out a challenge, and then these three guys, who I've never seen before, come out.
They just come rolling out. They're like, "We're ready for it." You okay there, Canada?
Yeah. I hit my table with my foot.
We got technical difficulties. Canada Dry has gone into the dimension.
Yeah, earthquakes over here. We got everything.
Okay. So we get Soft Serve Soda Jones and the Guns versus those guys. They look pretty decent. I mean, I like Beer Country, and I thought Beer Country was they had a really decent gimmick of just being a bunch of just hard-hitting guys in the ring. Soft Serve is, of course, stomping some ass. This is taking longer than it should have. I'm just saying, this was about 3.5, 4 minutes too long. Bullet Club takes the win. Let's go with Blake first. Thoughts on the third match?
I definitely agree with you that it went too long. They gave those Iron Savages guys, they gave them a lot of offense too, and I was kind of surprised about it. And don't get me wrong, there was nothing bad about it. It looked fine. It just definitely went a little too long.
Yeah.
And then to also comment as well on what happened right before this too. I thought the promo was great that Jay White does, and also want to highlight Juice Robinson kills whatever he does too.
Yeah.
And the Guns, I'm really liking them as a part of this group too. So very happy to see this group, I think, killing it.
2 words. Guns up. Canada Dry. Freaking hell, it's your turn. Play it on us.
Freaking hell, it's my turn. Yeah, this was it did go a bit long. I found I don't usually find myself bored, but I was on my phone a lot during this match, I gotta admit, because I was kind of losing interest, and it needed to be a little bit shorter. But I can understand where they're going with this. They need to build another trios team if they're going to make someone to go against the House of Black a little bit more.
Okay. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't think it went too long. With hindsight, we had enough ridiculous squish matches tonight that I'm glad that this wasn't, because we actually needed some wrestling on this show. So,
but a squish match is never ridiculous. Okay,
it can be.
Never.
But yeah, like the promo by Jay White. Awesome. Looking forward to Dynamite this week and All In on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if you Iron Savages, they've been like a mainstay on BTE. They always usually have a promo segment on there. So if you want to get to know them better,
Watch
go
BT.
find their clips on BTE.
Before we get Blake Lister to make his comment, screw you, Dubby.
He'll never replace the Monster Pineapple, that's for sure.
Oh,
Let's go to our. So now that we've gone 3 matches out of the freaking white, holy crap! It's time to start doing some segments. House of Black and the Acclaimed Trios recap. We've seen it before. So House of Black has a message. I really like the equating to the boots in the ring to a funeral and breathing in dirt. We get Darby Allin and Christian package. Then we get the Los Ingobernables segment, which I thought was kind of interesting. This is the one I kind of want to touch on.
Yes.
Roosh wants real killers. Excuse me. And then we get Dralistico and Vance drinking lots of tequila and get kidnapped.
It's like what really happens in Mexico.
Exactly. Let's go with Canada Dry first. Your thoughts on the Los Ingobernables?
So, are they going to train these guys to be real killers, or are they just replacing them? We get rid of you, we'll never see you again. We got guys to handle the killer thing. I hope it's they're going to train them up to be vicious fighters, not just we never see them again.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, Graham. Your thoughts?
I don't know what to think. It was great. I loved it. Like I'm sitting there like shocked. Like we just saw human trafficking in real life. I'm curious now. Like I wouldn't mind if they replaced him because Vance does nothing for me. He just sticks out like a sore thumb in there.
You know what would be good, Joe?
What's that?
If they were replaced and you
Oh no.
you see little vignettes of them coming back to North America, trying to sneak back into
God.
the U.S.
That's funny. That would be hilarious when they got to sneak back into the country. Oh God. Just think of all the stuff you can do in Tijuana alone.
Vance could be like, I'm American. I'm born. Yeah, sure you are.
Yeah.
Let's talk to your friend Jolistico. Blake, what are your thoughts on the segment?
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea because I don't know where they go with it. Nice dry. Nice Canada Dry. Good on
Yeah,
that.
he's falling over.
I have no idea what to think of it because I don't know where they're going with it. I have no idea why you would need to human traffic Vance and Dralistico. So I just don't know like what they're doing. I need to see what else happens first. It said to be continued, so let's see where else they go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, can I throw something out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Proud and Powerful.
Okay.
They could be part of it.
I would like that.
I don't think it's Proud and Powerful because I think Proud and Powerful are getting back with Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle.
Yeah, I don't want to see that again.
Yeah, here's my problem with Pride and Powerful joining Jericho again is they got waylaid off of the tag team circuit. Like they weren't in competition for the belts.
But I don't think that's Jericho's fault, honestly. I think that's Tony Khan's.
But they became second bananas, and if they are truly back together and they're like this, then I really want to see them go after the belts.
I want a Proud and Powerful run for sure.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
I want to see them maybe have like a couple matches with FTR and then win one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So we go to Shivani. He's with Ricky Starks. God, you gotta love Shivani with Ricky Starks. So we learn he's suspended for 28 days. He's gone through half his suspension. He's going to bring chaos to AEW. And then here comes Big Bill. And so we go into our going into our fourth match. Big Bill with Starks versus one of our interns from another one of the effing interns. Is Big Bill really okay coming out to Starks entrance music? Like,
Oh, you get me happy about this at all.
no,
Yeah, I don't even know what Big Bill's entrance music is. So
he usually comes out to the faction music. Yeah, Bill manhandles him basically from start to finish. Squash match followed by an attack by Starks. You know what? Let's go Golden Grand first. Thoughts on the fourth match?
nothing screams chaos like a squish match.
Yeah.
Like he said, I'm gonna bring chaos, and it starts now. And he walked out to ringside and did absolutely nothing till after the match was over.
Yeah.
Like, come on, do something, make it interesting. Don't just sit there and.
Well, what did you do after the match?
He whipped somebody with a belt. Like, we haven't seen that before. That's not chaos.
This is you, Ricky. This is you, Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Oh God. Blake, lay it on us, brother.
I mean, I thought it was fine. I kind of agreeing with y'all. I think it should have been more. I love Ricky Starks, and I love everything he does, but this kind of fell, I think, like a little bit flat, especially compared to whipping Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Like, just whipping a jobber just kind of seems like, who cares? Something that I thought was really interesting was during the entrances, they put the little name icon. They put Starks' name icon up when the camera was on Bill, and then they put Bill's name on when the camera was on Starks. So, like, that was just kind of awkward for that entrance. But I think it did everything it needed to do. I think Big Bill is just fine as a heavy. I don't think he's anything amazing. He doesn't, do anything big for me, but like he's fine. It was okay. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Canada Dry.
Yeah, this was underwhelming for a first match. It would have been nice to have a little bit of a bigger name, and maybe he could beat someone from ROH. I don't know, someone who has a little bit of more pedigree. Make the win worth a little bit more, but it was what it was.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, Ricky Starks and Big Bill feel like a poor man's Christian and Luchasaurus.
Actually, it kind of feels like a poor man's version of Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did everyone here watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode with Marty Jannetty?
No, I did not.
I've seen it. Yeah. You haven't seen it, Blake?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to get on it. I know David has seen it.
What kind of line member are you?
I know David and Elena have seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I need to get back on it.
It's depressing as hell. It really is. Like,
we talked a bit about it last week.
Yeah, this guy had the world by the balls, and he just either snorted it up his nose or injected it in his butt or whatever he decided to do, man. But that guy just pissed it away.
Well, the
celebrated at Hooters.
The
main one was when he got signed by WWE in the 2000s.
Yeah.
He fucked that one up so bad. You made it back to Raw.
Yeah.
At near the end of your career.
Yeah.
And you just screw it right up.
I mean, he's like Tammy Sitch. Like, we'll talk about her tomorrow, but I mean, it's sink or swim. Like, you in this business, you're either gonna be like Edge and have this amazing career and end it on good terms, and then you're gonna be guys like Marty Jannetty who are just going to just piss every moment away because the drugs are more important.
Because he's his own worst enemy, that's why.
Oh, he is. Yeah, undoubtedly he is.
Well, if you look at a common theme of all these dark sides of the ring, it's drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it destroys so many.
Yeah. Don't do it.
I think it even goes bigger than drugs. I think it just goes to a lot of people abusing drugs to try to cope.
Yeah.
It speaks to a bigger problem.
Well, also the seasons in WWE at the time, there was no break. You just
Yeah.
went and went and went and went until you collapsed.
Yep.
So that kind of leans to, well, I got something for you, buddy.
Yeah. Pop in a few greenies, some sambas so you can sleep. Yeah, totally.
Some painkillers.
Yeah. Just, big old cocktail of fun stuff and just, see what happens. Darby and Sting attack AR Fox at an indie show. I thought was brilliant. That leads to our next match. No, it's not Darby Allin versus Cage. No. It's Willow versus Diamante. Diamante is the pint-sized powerhouse. Like, she's maybe 5'1" on a good day. And maybe she's probably 5 foot, maybe a little bit less than that. Willow is in control early and often in this match. She is killing it. I am a big Willow fan. I will be a diehard Willow. I'll be a Willow head until this like
Willow head. Willow head.
Willow head. Diamante getting in some offense. Hey, guess what? The numbers now have switched. Willow is going to have to be basically taking on two people at the same time as Mercedes Martinez comes down the ramp. Willow's coming back. Amazing back and forth. Here comes Statlander. She's here to even up the odds. And she does the sit out gut wrench power bomb. Willow wins. Huge win for Willow. Blake, let's go first. Your thoughts.
I thought this was good. I definitely agree with you. I'm a big Willow fan. Like everything she does, I think just completely gets me. It's completely over. Diamante, I thought did an okay job at this match. I don't think she does anything too big for me personally, but like I think she played her role fine. I think on that note, this match maybe went a couple minutes too long. I would have liked to have seen it shorter, probably between some of the spots, especially when Mercedes came out and then you have Chris coming out. But overall, still, I think this was what it needed to be. I think it was good for continuing what's going on with the TBS title. So,
yeah. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. Willow's really growing on me. I love her enthusiasm. I love her smile. In life, you just need positive people.
Yeah.
And she has that positive vibe all the time. Diamante, I'm liking her attitude. I'm liking what she brings to AEW. She's married to Brooke Hogan. Not Brooke Hogan. She's married to what's
Nick?
No. She's the AEW wrestler. What's her name?
Kiera
Hogan. Yes, they are married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, Diamante and Kiera Hogan are married.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
The more you know.
There we go.
Yeah.
Golden Graham, your thoughts on the fifth match of the night?
I mean, yeah, this was a good match. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest match, but it wasn't the worst match. I'll tell you what, though. If it ever happens that Willow turns heel, it's going to crush my soul.
Oh, yeah.
Willow heel would be so fun.
Yeah.
It would make me so sad, though.
I can't wait till she does it. I think she should, and I can't wait because it's going to destroy so many people's dreams.
Heel, though. I can see Sky Blue turning on.
It's like when Bayley turned heel. Like, that hurt me because I liked Bayley as the bubbly, happy-go person. Like, not very many people can pull it off without being sickening with it.
I think Willow could just be that monster, larger girl that just, like, terrorizes everyone.
Maybe,
I'd love to see it, and I think it would break a ton of people's hearts, and that's why I want to see it even more.
Yeah.
You just don't want me to be happy. You see how it is, Blake.
Yes, wrestling should kill your soul sometimes. Yes, absolutely.
It should rip out your heart, and then you have to remember, it's not. It's all fantasy. It's all for show.
No, it's still real to me. Damn it! No,
It's so real to me, damn it. Oh man! All right. FTR Bucks hype video. Is what it is. We knew it was coming.
We've seen it before.
Yeah. We're backstage with Toni Storm. What the hell's going on with her hair?
I love it. She's just like getting some character development. Like she's going slowly crazy. I love it.
It literally, she looks like she should be sitting in a rocking chair with a shotgun, telling you not to steal her pecans when there are no pecans around. Like that's how batshit crazy she's coming out. I like that they're kind of sowing the seeds for maybe issues between Soraya and Tony Storm. Like I'm digging it. I'm liking this. Let's go with Canada Dry first. Your thoughts on this segment?
Which was the segment?
The backstage with Tony Storm.
Yeah, this is the same girl that you interviewed before, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, but that last girl, she was nasty. I know you're new here. Meanwhile, she's almost been here the whole time the company's existed. I love this this character that Tony Storm is bringing. Was it you, Golden Graham, who said you wish that this character was her from the start?
No, that was Trey J who said that.
That I agree.
Yeah, like she left WWE and became batshit crazy, and just that's how they should have played it. Like I think at this point, anybody that goes from WWE to AEW should play like they've been brainwashed in like some kind of like sex cult, and then they have to like they're batshit crazy because of it. So like that's the way it should be. Like
it's probably not. That's probably not far from the truth.
So, Jippy, you might have noticed when you asked me that question, I was a bit of a trance.
Yeah.
I just came up with a shirt.
Okay.
For wrestling.
Okay.
Donkey Kong shirt, but effing wrestling in the Donkey Kong font.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be freaking cool?
I'd buy one.
I want one. I was just like, oh, we got to make that happen.
People, listen. We're a t-shirt company that does podcasts and occasionally predicts wrestling. Like that's the truth of it.
We have so much fun making shirts.
Oh yeah, we do. Our shirts are, we have a blast between me, you, and Haney. We have a blast coming up with our t-shirts. So let's go to our sixth match of the night. Hobbs is taking on effing intern Robbie Roberts. Actually, his name is Kevin Koo. He has quite the following, man. Some of the fans were really digging him. Hobbs destroys. It lasted way too long. It just lasted way too long. I like the fact he did Miro's finisher, and then Miro the Redeemer comes up on the sign, starts talking smack to Hobbs. Golden Graham, your thoughts on the sixth match, our third squish of the night?
I don't even think I saw it. I think I turned away. I had something to do and I missed it. I mean, I'm really interested. I'm really going to enjoy Hobbs and Miro at All Out.
Yeah,
like that's going to be a hard hitting match, and I always love two big guys just chopping the hell out of each other. So,
you like two big beefy men slapping beef?
As long as they're actually doing something and not just hugging each other, yes.
The way you say it makes it sound so dirty, Blake.
That was the joke. That was the joke.
It's just the way you said it. It came out of your mouth. It just sounded like I need to go have a shower.
Now, to be fair, like during Miro's promo, like for some reason I thought like there was going to be more to it. Like he just sort of. He's starting to become like Bray Wyatt to me. He's just talking to talk, and there's like no purpose to it. Like I need more from his promos.
Yeah, we need closure. Is what we need. We need closure with every.
I loved his line. I'm godless, but you're not because you're gonna be praying to me.
Yeah,
that was a great line.
I loved that.
Yeah. He got some great lines in. Blake, your thoughts on match numero 6?
Mostly agreeing with all of y'all. Thought it went a little too long, but at the same time, I also kind of turned away for a second. So like maybe I don't know how long it was, but overall, I thought from like the post-match squash to doing his submission versus Miro popping up on the stage. I thought it was pretty good. I think he did everything he needed to do. I thought that line of "You're godless, but I'll be your god now," I think was great. I like what Miro's actually doing with his gimmick. I like how he's going from hey, I don't have a god anymore, and I'm trying to build myself up to be a god who can face who I thought was my god. I kind of like where he's going with that character. So I think this did everything it needed to do for me, and I agree that I'm going to like a big Haas Fest coming up in the next couple of weeks. So
Yeah, absolutely. Two beefy men slapping the hell out of each other. Can't beat it, man. Cannot beat it. We get the Wednesday night Dynamite hype video. We got some good matches for Fighter Fest. We got some great matches. Then we get the all-in card reveal. They added CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for Punk's Real World Championship.
They didn't actually say it was for the Real World Championship.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did? Okay, I might have missed that.
I missed that too, for what it's worth.
So I get to a point, and maybe I'm jaded because I'm 50 years old and I've been a wrestling fan probably on and off for about 40 years.
Wait. Answer the phone. Wait a second. You left professional wrestling?
There was a period where I did.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
I mean, to be fair, I did too. So
you son of a... Can't call everyone sons of bitches.
Yeah. What got me back into it was Stone Cold cutting the 316 promo, because I was just flipping through channels. I came up to it. I'm like, holy crap. Like, if this is where we're going with it, then I'm all in. Like, I want to be a part of this.
So did you like turn out during like the dark times, like 1995 dark times?
Yeah. Like, I'd watch it occasionally just to see what was going on. But, I mean, for the most part, until we got to the Attitude Era, then I got back into it.
Yeah.
But even Ruthless Aggression, I kind of waned. I felt like WWE lost its way because they had no competition. Like, ECW was gone, WCW was gone, the Indies were suffering.
Oh, I definitely dropped out a bit in the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, that's why when I look at like Ruthless Aggression era matches, I'm like, I do not remember any of this. And I didn't miss anything.
Honestly, like about 6 months before AEW started airing consistently, I quit watching wrestling altogether.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
so bad.
Yeah.
Like it was literally the same show every week. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not watching this anymore.
I think that's right when they did like You're the Authority Now promo, like right around Christmas time, right?
So then they went back to the same old thing.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing for 3 years. That's when I turned off WWE for a long, long while. I haven't really gone back fully.
I would watch it, but it was just background noise.
Yeah, even then it wasn't worth it.
You're just like doing something else while it's on. Not paying attention.
I didn't watch. What I did was I would watch like podcasts. I'd listen to people on YouTube talk about the show. I'd be like, you all can watch the crap wrestling show. I'll just listen to you talk about it.
Yeah.
I eventually got to a point. So that's what I did in like 2018, 2019. But it got to a point where like I was tired of doing that. And like I just stopped listening to Raw recaps altogether because it was so bad at like late 2018, 2019.
Were you guys all watching All In the first time, or did you watch the first AEW pay-per-view?
No, I bought All In.
I didn't watch
All In until later.
Yeah,
I watched it later. Like, but I knew what was going on because I was after WWE. I really got heavy into New Japan. Like that sort of filled my void of wrestling.
So that first AEW pay-per-view, that was quite refreshing. The one that
which one, All In or which one, All In or Double or Nothing?
What was the first one? Was that when Bret Hart was on?
No, Double or Nothing is the first official AEW show.
Yeah, Bret Hart was
All In was not part of AEW. Wasn't AEW.
Yeah, Bret Hart and Double or Nothing. That was refreshing, that whole show. Oh, yeah. This is how wrestling can be.
Yeah. Well, and what you get is you get a smattering of different talents that are all over the indies and are coming together. And you're getting dream matches. Like, you're getting legit dream matches. Like, who doesn't want to see the guys from New Japan, the Elite, taking on Lucha Brothers, which, and
Rey Mysterio.
In hindsight, Chris Jericho versus Hangman.
Yeah.
That wasn't that night, but that made Hangman an instant name because who the hell's Hangman Page?
Yeah.
So if I can even go and add to that too, like we've seen stars built up like to that point, like in the amount of time since then. So I first
Yeah.
started to get in. I was a fan of AEW. Like before AEW, I watched the first All In live. I went to the first Double or Nothing.
Oh, wow.
So I went to the first show. Like I was huge All In from the get go, and that wrestling show was something. And we've seen people grow up to be stars. Like MJF said this on last week. Like he was the first match out in the first All In with Matt Cross, and he lost that match.
Yeah.
And nobody knows who Matt Cross is anymore. But MJF has became a generational talent in that time, like quite literally. So I'm so happy that that's the wrestling we're getting out of this.
And tonight we had Darby Allin versus Christian Cage.
Yeah.
I remember in that first pay-per-view, I think it was Fyter Fest, Cody versus Darby Allin, and you
Yep.
really put Darby Allin over because he did a time limit draw with Cody Rhodes. Like what?
Yep.
Instant star.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's insane how far it's come in such a short amount of time, and really filled a void that was desperately needed, because wrestling was not good when AEW was just a dream. Like WWE was not good.
No.
New Japan was great.
I'm loving this discussion right now. So Blake, are you free tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern?
I might be. I don't know yet. Can I get back to you?
Okay, you get back to us out because I'd love for you to come on the roundtable with us.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
So let's get to Darby Allin, Christian Cage. That's our main event of the evening. Match number 7. JR on commentary. I'm indifferent with JR on commentary. I think if late in life, if I decide I'm going to become a professional wrestler, I'm going to do it with the sleeveless turtleneck. Like, I think that's just the way to do it. Like,
Jippy, but you know what I liked about JR on commentary?
what's that?
He mentioned that he signed Christian and Edge.
Yeah.
I was like, was that a little foreshadowing that he's doing there?
I mean, Edge doesn't have a contract anymore with WWE, so
Well, technically,
No, he does
still
right
signed
now.
until end of September.
okay.
So that's why I
Yes.
doubt it, because that would be contract tampering at that point. And like
Yeah.
Tony's been pissed about that, so I doubt Tony's doing it himself unless he wants to get called a massive hypocrite.
Yeah.
So
Tony Khan don't care. He's yelling and screaming at MJF and Adam Cole.
that was good.
Yeah. Christian looks really good working over Darby. Christian controlled this match pretty much the entire night. Pretty much from the start to finish, he was in control 100%. I like Christian taunting Darby with the TNT belt.
That was classic.
Such a straight heel move, such a shit heel move. We get comeback after comeback with Darby. That coffin drop into Luchasaurus is probably not the smartest thing in the world. Love the rope break by Darby to stop the pin. And then, of course, we get shenanigans after that. Let's go Canada Dry first. Your thoughts on the main event?
Darby Allin is the perfect guy to fight from behind every single time.
Yeah.
Like, he can take an ass kicking almost as good as Bret Hart.
Yeah.
That's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Like, Bret Hart used to say, no one can take a shit kicking like Bret Hart. But no one can take a shit kicking like Darby Allin.
Mm-mm.
This, like, every single time he looks like he's out of it and he pulls out a win. I really enjoyed the interaction between the three of them.
Yeah.
Luchasaurus as well, because he played a big role in this. So I love the little turtleneck bit where he walks around like he's Bazooka Joe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This was a fun match.
Awesome. All right. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, another great match. I had fun watching it. I'm kind of curious as to where Darby's backup is. Like, where's Sting? Where's Nick Wayne? He doesn't have a shortage of backup. I mean, there's going to be two people out at the ring. You'd think you would at least have someone on standby.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look forward to I think Luchasaurus and Darby's going to put on another great match at All Out. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Blake, your thoughts?
I thought this was great. I thought this was everything you needed it to be. I'm still loving Christian and AEW. I don't know what the turtleneck is personally. I don't like the turtleneck. But
That's why he has it, because he just wants to get under your skin.
I guess that's a good point. And to that point, I think Christian's mentally probably better than he's ever been. And that's saying something considering his TNA days and like his later WWE run, I think. But mentally, he is still so sharp. Darby, I thought, did great. I cringe thinking about what Darby Allin is going to be like by the time he's 70 and has to walk.
Yeah.
Because he took some really bad bumps in this match. The coffin drop on the apron, that's a classic spot of his, but I cringe every time I see it just because I think, oh my God, you're going to have problems walking when you're older. But he did that, and then he did the drop kick from the top rope onto the floor with Christian sitting on a chair and like landed straight on his back immediately following that. Like that's like a 10-foot drop without much resistance before you're immediately hitting the ground. So I cringe to think about that, but overall match I think was really good. I was to your point, I think Darby had a really good moment with the foot on the ropes with that rope break. I think the win came really well, and then I think the post match was just what it needed to be to set up all out. So,
all right. So the main event, of course, for us is brought to you by FightTheWorldWrestling.com. That's right, FTWProWrestling.com, where you can go and learn from Natalia Markova. You can learn from Brian Idles, $250 a month. Work at Publix. Drive an Uber, do something so you can pay your bills and go to class and go to wrestling school and learn how to become a professional wrestler.
And they actually have in Riverview, Florida. This is where the school is.
Yeah,
they actually have. I think it's August. It's a Thursday. I think it's the last Thursday of the month. They have a show coming up. Clash at the Barn, I think they're calling it. Oh, I can't wait. It's $20 to get in. So if you're in the Florida area.
Yeah, I mean, it's indie wrestling, man. That's your up-and-coming superstars are going to be at this show. That's all there is to it. So, before we get into anything else, let's get into the shenanigans of it all. We got to do favorite match, favorite segment, and number of bells. Canada Dry, go first.
I'm going to give the match of the night to Christian and Darby Allin. I like this back and forth, enjoyable. Segment of the night, there wasn't too much segments, but I guess CM Punk would count as a segment. It's not really a match, so I'm going to count that as my segment of the night.
Okay.
And I'm giving this show 3.5 bells.
Okay. Golden Graham, your turn.
Okay, so my match of the night is Dalton Castle and Jay White.
Yeah.
My segment of the night is Jay White's promo afterwards. And I'm giving this show 3 bells.
Okay.
Perfectly fine. Just seems like they were kind of just trying to pass time to get to the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Blake, your turn.
Mostly agreeing with all of y'all. I thought the best match of the night was the main event, but the one that personally did the most for me is Jay White and Dalton Castle. I just love both of those guys and everything that they do. So you're going to get a lot out of me for that. Segment of the night, I'll agree. I thought that Jay White and Juice Robinson immediately after it killed it. I thought Toni Storm's, though, was also pretty great. Again, just her not recognizing the girl was great. The throwing the shoe at the end or whatever she threw, that was a great touch. I think that just added to it perfectly. No puns intended. And then I agree with y'all that I thought this was a perfectly average show. I don't think it did like anything above and beyond that for me, but was it completely acceptable to get to the point of pay-per-views that are coming up? I would say yeah. So I agree with 3 bells.
Okay. It was a good show. I mean, it did what it needed to do. It tied up, and it's getting ready to start tying up the bow on the box that is all in. Favorite match for me was Jay White, Dalton Castle, because I just love Dalton Castle. Like, we don't deserve Dalton Castle. Segment of the night probably was it was the Tony Storm. Like her acting batshit crazy is just it's perfect. Like I love the fact that she barely made eye contact with that girl and just looked down her nose at her. I'm gonna give it 3 bells. Yeah, it didn't dazzle me, but it didn't disappoint me in the least. So, what's our composite?
Our average is 3.125.
3.125. Can't beat it. So, probably wondering how you can help us out. How can we get guests on the show? How can we do this? How we can do that? Well, there's 2 ways you can go about doing it. You can go ahead and go right beneath and hit the subscribe on youtube.com/F1 Wrestling. Click like and subscribe. You can get a tiers support for us. Sorry, JFB's got a cold. So you can get different tiers. If you want to do one big one, the email below, bigshinymatrix@hotmail.com. You can send us some money there through PayPal. But you want to support the show by telling all your friends and family how awesome we are. Well, there's only one way to do it, and that is just get yourself a shirt, damn it. Get yourself a freaking shirt. We have all kinds of shirts because we're a t-shirt company that happens to do podcasts as well. You can get the Middle Fingers tee worn by Natalia Markova. You can get the All Evan Wrestling shirt, so by Natalia Markova. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/F1 Wrestling if you like.
And eventually you're going to get the Donkey Kong Jr.
Yes, the Donkey
Wrestling
Kong
shirt.
Jr. shirt.
Let me know when that's out.
Yeah. We'll. Oh, yeah, we definitely will.
I know. I'm just dreaming about this shirt this whole time. I get on these like creative bitches. They just hit me. I have to write.
So I went back into the vault and bought a shirt. I got the Golden Rule shirt.
Yes, I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
about that
that's
shirt.
the
I was like, that's the cheeky one. Do unto others.
Now, if you like old school wrestling, and I know that you do, you can support the adorable Adrian Adonis by getting this t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis gear. What's for the rest of this week?
I'm glad you asked. So, unfortunately, today Liam had some family emergencies, so they're going to put that show off to a later date. So he's going to do a best of kind of episode where he's kind of putting some clips together of some of his interviews. So that's on Monday. Also, tomorrow we have the All Wrestling Show, the Roundtable. The Roundtables are always fun. Yeah. Hopefully Blake can make it. Not, we'll have someone else wonderful. We'll have Evan Golden Graham and JFB, and we're going to be talking about all this crazy stuff. JFB's got some stuff in his mind that he's going to spread out on the roundtable for us to see. And then, of course, we're starting a new kind of show on Monday as well. We're going to do Wrestling with the Paranormal, just stories. We're not going to have anything else. They're shows, the episodes we showed before, but we're just going to cut out all the other. We are just going to show you the story.
Okay.
I can see when it skips, and I'm like, oh, shit, I have to say that again.
It's funny, Canada John, because you're like, we're going to cut out, and you just went black.
Oh.
It was really good. And I'll try to make it on tomorrow. I'll let you know what I can do, but if not, please invite me back another time because I would love to be back.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get you on a future episode if you cannot make it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We'll let you know.
So, on behalf of Canada John, Golden Graham, and Blake, I am the JFB.
And sometimes in life, depression just hits you. Sometimes you don't even understand what it is, why you're depressed. But the important thing is that you reach out. You don't stay there. You don't lie there. You get up. You ask for help your friends. If you don't feel like you can trust anyone, you can reach out to us and we'll be your friend. We'll help you get up. We'll help dust you off. We'll help you take one more step in the right direction and will help you to remember to just keep fighting.
Hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.